family, and welcome to the second episode of the Offseason Grind Show. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, so we're just going to fly on into it. First and foremost, Slay and Bradbury are said to be cut as a post-June cut designation. Obviously, Bradbury, since the Super Bowl, he fell off, but he was an All-Pro prior to that, and, he did, do a lot for us and things of that nature in terms of those playoffs and that playoff run, so still respect to him, and he did mentor the young guys, Cooper DeJean and whatnot. He didn't get in the way. He wasn't trying to be egotistical, he stayed out of the media, like in terms of being toxic or however the case, he just did, what he could, he helped the young guys and Slay. He may have gotten hurt every other game, however the case, but in terms of this year, but even then, he still made big plays this year, however the case, and then, within 73 games, playing with us, and even then he had a great year this year, but in 73 games with the Eagles, 272 tackles, 56 passes defended, 9 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries, and 4 pick sixes, and several-time All-Pro. So, a lot of respect to them and things of that nature. But, obviously, not everyone's LeBron. Not everyone can play in their 40s. And play for 20 and 30 million a year at that age, not Miles Garrett. Barkley, he signs a massive $41.2 million deal, over the course of 2 years or however the case. He'll be the highest paid running back in NFL history, and I believe that extension makes his cap hit for this upcoming year go from 13.5 to 6.8. So that gives Howie a little bit more room to work with. And my most favorite news of the day, the best news of the day, very freaking exciting. As I posted, in the intro or however the case, Zach Bauns extended 3-year, $51 million deal, $34 million guaranteed. Absolutely deserved. All-Pro, multiple interceptions and things of that nature. 3 or 4 sacks, something like that. Obviously, a Super Bowl interception, clutch, regardless if it's in the playoffs, regular season, fourth quarter, super consistent throughout the year. Super well deserved. We have not had a linebacker this good in a while. In 3 years, you know what I'm saying? Guaranteed $34 million. You know what I'm saying? And then in incentives, he can earn more, however the case, and I have no doubt, he'll reach those incentives and earn those, and heck yeah, super well earned. I don't know exactly what the things are, however the case, but in later videos, I'm just super excited about about him getting extended. He's an Eagle, guaranteed, heck yeah. Because again, we have not had a linebacker this good since Jeremiah Trotter Sr. This good, this explosive, this much of a difference maker, is consistent. 4th and 1, 3rd and long, however the case may be, he's consistently there making the play, like 99% of the time, or however the case. Like I'm screaming, Zach Bauns, like he's given hope to that position for the Philadelphia Eagles. Man, I cannot stress enough how much this contract means. It already feels like we won the offseason. Zach Bauns, I don't even think he chipped a nail. And that's not even jinxing anything. That's literally a fingernail. He's a grown man. That probably wouldn't even affect him. But I'm just saying, I don't even think he's so much as chipped a fingernail, like I said. So yeah, super, super excited about that. And things of that nature. Here in a bit, we're going to talk about our upcoming schedule. I don't know the exact dates or however, but we know who we're going to play at the home and away. Commanders traded for Deebo Samuel. And after the trade to Washington, the Myles Garrett trade to Philly is definitely gaining steam and things of that nature. Because I'm seeing articles saying that the interest in the Garrett trade is real for the Philadelphia Eagles and whatnot. So that leads the question, what about Bryce Huff? Is he salvageable? Are they going to trade him to try to free up cap space to make the Myles Garrett move? I just thought that was an interesting question that kind of had, relation to it or however the case. And, but yeah, definitely bolster the defense or however the case. Offense is loaded. Everyone's pretty much locked down till 2029 or 2027, at least a few years or however the case. At least, 2 or 3 more years. But yeah, And Dan Orlovsky regarding the Washington's trade says it's not enough, or however the case, to catch Eagles, or however the case, to like catch us, or however the case. So yeah, definitely thought, for once, like if he's like a super Eagle hater and a super big Jalen hater, even he knows, I mean, an overweight, overhyped, undercover Eagles fan, isn't, the biggest, like, ooh, I'm scared, ooh, like that one meme. Sarah Ring, that's his new name. Sarah Ring calls out podcaster that wanted him fired from the Eagles, or however the case. Me personally, I did want him fired, or however the case. I was wrong. I apologized on multiple occasions through Twitter, or however the case, and then obviously through videos. Like, I was wrong. I ate crow. Sarah Ring, that's his new name. He is in fact a top 10 coach currently in the NFL. He's tied with Doug Peterson as the Eagles' greatest of all time coach, because they both won one Super Bowl. Heck yeah, absolutely. Both deserve a lot of credit. Ring obviously helps, but even like during the season, I was like, heck yeah, he's actually, again, he's actually growing on me a little bit. Pause, no Diddy. I'm just saying, he seemed cooler. I don't know, but Saquon, he files trademark for Sean Barkley and things of that nature. Thought that was pretty cool. New quarterback coach Scott Loeffler, however you pronounce his name, he said he has ideas for Jalen, or however the case, and how to like maximize them and things of that nature. He did play with Tom Brady and things of that nature, I'm pretty sure, in Michigan. But yeah, last but not least, I was able to find who we're facing off against next year in terms of the home and away games. The actual dates of these games will be released at a later date. So in terms of our home games, we'll be facing Dallas, the Giants, Washington, obviously, and then the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, the Denver Broncos, the LA Chargers, the Las Vegas Raiders, and then in terms of the away games, we're going to face the Dallas Cowboys, obviously, the Giants, Washington, obviously, Tampa Bay in Tampa, Green Bay, KC, and the Chargers. So, I don't think that's too hard of a schedule. And I'm not trying to be cocky, but I mean, Saquon is healthy. Last year's 27. He's only 28. The O-line, or however the case, stout you. That's a powerful thing. I'm not being arrogant. Mekhi Becton, who everyone said was fat, lazy, couldn't do nothing, or however the case, he's a heavily sought after guard all of a sudden, and he's one of the top guards, and pretty damn good, and things of that nature. All of a sudden, he deserves credit. He absolutely does. Mekhi Becton, he has great work ethic and things of that nature. He absolutely deserves a lot of credit. But so does Stout U. He's known for developing O-linemen. He's an historic O-line developer. He's historic. He can develop any position. He's an O-line whisperer, Jeff Stoutland. And even then, Dallas, poverty franchise. New York Giants, poverty franchise. Those are two legit poverty franchises. Easy. Those are four easy wins. I hate to say it. They say it's anybody's league, or however the case, or anybody's night, or whatever the case. But I mean, poverty franchises versus defending champs, or however the case. Jalen, he plays to win. He's not cocky, or however the case, he's humble. You know what I'm saying? Saquon Barkley, he's still hungry and things of that nature. Washington Commanders, 50-50. I'll give them respect. There's nothing wrong with giving a team respect. That's 2 games out of 17. 15-2? It's not bad. Okay. Let's keep going. Chicago. They need an entire O-line. They need a defense. And it's at home. Tampa, I like our chances. Green Bay away, or however the case, I like our chances. KC away, I like our chances. The Chargers home and away, I like our chances. Denver at home, I like our chances. Raiders at home, I think that's going to be an interesting game. But I still think we'll win. Vikings and Bills away. Bills, 50-50. Obviously, I'll take us to win every game, or however the case. But realistically, the only games I could realistically seeing us lose next year would be the Bills, Tampa, and maybe versus Washington. 14-3. Not bad. I mean, I can't tell the future, however the case. Sometimes I'm wrong. I was right about Zach Bond being a top linebacker and things of that nature, you know. I was right about that. And it's even in some of my early thumbnails. Zach Bond, all-pro, or however the case. Fangio, can Fangio elevate him, or however the case, you know. Like it's even in some of my thumbnails. Like Zach Bond, top 10 linebacker, or however the case, you know. And he was at least top 5 last year, at least. But yeah, and I don't see us losing to the Vikings. But yeah, there's only 3 teams reasonably that we can lose to. Washington once. I don't see them beating us at home. They might beat us away. Tampa might beat us in Tampa. And the Bills might beat us in Buffalo. Other than that, I mean, I don't see, you know, too many teams to be scared of, you know. I don't see too many, you know, at least as of now. You know, this can change. This is just as of now. Things can change. It's not, I'm switching up or blah, 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 blah. You know, nobody's drafted anybody yet. And, you know, obviously, like, you know, Debo or however the case was traded. But, I mean, you know, he's kind of an overweight, you know, undercover Eagles fan, you know. So, but, yeah. Absolutely excited for the Zach Bond extension. Absolutely excited for the Saquon Barkley extension. There's like, you know, some cool facts that, you know, we shared or however the case. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. That's all I have for today in terms of the Offseason Grind. Hope you guys enjoyed the second episode of the Offseason Grind Show. God bless. Peace out.